Okay, everyone, here we are at the CIA Greystone in St. Helena, and I'm so excited about this show. We have done so much together.
We have done a lot together.
We have.
And I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Me too. I think the most fun was New York. We had a blast.
New York was the longest and shortest week of my life.
The longest and shortest, can you believe that? Now, the one thing I love about cooking with Chef Stephen Kalil, and you will too today, is that he can take interesting recipes, you always do.
Right. I like to take somewhat of the exotic and make it easy to make and approachable. So put some of the exotic on the familiar, and that's what we're going to do today.
With this recipe, which is?
We're going to do shawarma chicken.
Okay, and shawarma?
Shawarma is a Middle Eastern recipe. It literally is a Turkish word that means turn, because it's marinated meats and they're put on a spit vertically, and then they turn. And then you cut the meat out and you usually make a sandwich. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the marinade on boneless chicken breasts, and then we're going to build a salad, and then we're going to do a sandwich. First, we're going to make the marinade. I'm going to need your help with this. I have Greek yogurt. I like to use white wine in my recipe, and that's what we have right there.
If I don't want to use white wine, what's my substitute?
A little bit of white vinegar, not too much.
All right.
Let's go ahead and get that garlic in here.
Do you want it all?
Yes. I got some salt. I got some white pepper. I got some cayenne pepper. But it's really all about the earthy brown spices that are used in Middle Eastern cuisine. Toasted cumin, coriander, cardamom, allspice.
Is it going to be hot?
No, it's just going to be seasoned. Put that in.
Okay, there you go.
And then our olive oil. So that will get all mixed together.
That looks great.
It's going to be delicious. We'll set that aside. I'm going to tell you what I do. In this bag, we are going to marinate the chicken. So I've chosen a heavy-duty resealable bag.
Okay.
And I put the chicken in here, and I've pounded it out so that it's all the same thickness, so it cooks quickly and doesn't overchar. And then I open it up, put the marinade inside.
Smush it all together?
Yes, just massage
boneless,
it around.
Skinless chicken, yes?
Boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Good.
This has been marinating overnight. You can marinate it for a minimum of 2 hours and a maximum of 24 hours.
Oh, okay, all right. Now what are we gonna do with this?
We're gonna put it on the grill. You ready?
Yes. You've got your coals ready. You've used your Kingsford charcoal. How long did we let this heat up?
It could take as much as a half hour, but if you have one of those coal starters, the tubes, those only take about 15 minutes.
Perfect. And then how long are you going to let this cook for?
This is going to take 8 to 10 minutes.
So that's how potatoes are grown, and those are chipper potatoes, which are the potatoes that are grown to go into the Lay's classic potato chips.
That's correct.
Unlike the red ones you're going to use for this next recipe.
Right, these are creamer potatoes, and they're soft and they're buttery, and we're going to use these to make smashed crispy potatoes with a falafil relish. So we boiled these up ahead of time. So what you want to do is boil them till they're completely tender. Now this is a little hamburger mold that's used to make small hamburger patties. That way I don't have to smash it with my hand, and I get the benefit of this pattern here.
Yes.
You gently smash them down. You get that?
Yeah, I like that.
And you lift these up, and what I've done is I have this wonderful mini hamburger cooking grate for your grill. So I put the smashed potatoes right in there. That goes directly on the grill. Okay, falafel. Have you had falafel? It's a vegetable patty that's deep fried. It's made with garbanzo beans and fava beans, a lot of garlic, onions, and spices and veggies. We're going to do just the seasoning, and we're going to do that with some parsley.
Okay.
A little garlic and onion.
All right.
A little bit of salt and pepper. And then this is...
some more spice. What is
some more spice. This is falafel spice. This has allspice, coriander, cardamom, cumin, and there's a pinch of nutmeg and some other things in here. So if you smell that, it smells like falafel. We'll put just about a teaspoon of that in there.
And this is our vinaigrette? Or no, this is our...
This is our relish to season our crispy potatoes, which I've already cooked here.
Let me ask you this, Chef.
Yes.
When I boil my potatoes, does the water come to a boil first and then I add the potatoes? Or do I add the potatoes and let the water come to a boil?
Add the potatoes and let the water come to a boil.
Okay, told ya. So that looks really good.
And that's going to become a component of our salad in just a bit. And we'll put that aside. Put these down here. I'm going to make a dressing with you that is inspired from the traditional sauce that's used on falafel sandwiches and shawarma sandwiches. The sauce is called a tarator, and it's usually tahini, which is sesame paste.
Yes.
Fresh squeezed lemon juice.
All right.
Lots of garlic and a little bit of salt. We're going to smooth ours out with some olive oil and some yogurt. So again, we have the thick yogurt. So,
You're using the Greek.
yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and add the lemon juice. Remember I mentioned tahini?
Yes.
Ground sesame. It's not toasted sesame, it's just regular plain sesames that have been ground. And of course,
Olive oil.
wonderful extra virgin olive oil.
It almost looks like a hummus right
That's
now.
right. It literally is a hummus because I'm going to add the garlic.
Okay.
But instead of chickpeas, we've got yogurt. Some fresh cilantro to brighten everything up.
Okay.
So that's our dressing. All right, we're going to start building the salad.
Okay, let's do it.
So I want to use these falafel spiced potatoes.
Okay.
Let me put a glove on.
Pretty much everything we've done, you can do outside, obviously, on your
gorgeous?
grill. Yeah, those are gorgeous.
We have our chicken. I'm going to put the chicken right here.
Okay, are we
because we're
gonna
going to
cut
cut that later. I got some heirloom tomatoes, some shredded carrots,
All right.
some red bell peppers sliced thin, and some sliced romaine.
And these are, again?
Those are cucumbers.
Okay.
Did I say carrot?
You did, so
Oh,
I
I'm
was
so
just testing you.
I'm going to start with sliced romaine heart, some shredded cucumbers.
Well, you really shredded those.
Yeah, and then some red bell pepper. We want some dressing on top. So we're almost making a slaw, but it's lettuce based.
All right.
And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this chicken. And I want to cut this fancy on the bias. Let's just put a little more flavor on the chicken, so we'll put a dollop.
That's the way I'd do it, to be honest.
So we have our falafel marinated grilled chicken, and take
Again.
these beautiful heirloom tomatoes
Yes.
and sprinkle them up and around. If you remember, I said we can make a sandwich as well.
You did.
Should we do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I prefer to use thin pocket pita bread.
Yes.
But if you can't find that,
Use a
I want to show you
tortilla.
that you can use just a simple tortilla.
Okay.
And then you can take your dressing,
All right.
you smear that around, and then you can put a little bit of peppers, a little bit of cucumbers.
Right.
You can put a couple tomatoes,
I love those cucumbers shredded like that.
and definitely lettuce.
Oh, he saved chicken. Excellent.
Chicken.
So actually, we could do both for Labor Day, or this is the next day with the leftovers.
Or this could be the next day with the leftovers.
My style. Put some more of that sauce
A little
on
more
there.
sauce. Then we can go ahead and we can just roll that.
Here's really the question of the day. What
Bring it
kind
on.
of chip am I gonna eat with this?
I'm so glad you asked, Laura. Well, being the chef of the Frito Lay Flavor Kitchen, I'm a bit biased on that.
Well, and you should.
And working on recipes from the Mediterranean, we certainly want to continue with that Mediterranean theme.
Look at that.
And I've chosen Lay's Kettle Cooked
Yes.
Creamy Mediterranean and Herb. This will go wonderful. These crispy seasoned chips.
It's almost like a wine pairing, but it's a chip pairing. It's a 2-for-1 today. We can have a whole meal or leftovers or all of it on the same day, Labor Day. Thanks for creating these. These are fun.
They are fun. I can't wait to eat them. Thank you for having me.
No, it's always a pleasure. Always. We'll be right back. Are you kidding? I'm gonna have one of these.